Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a daily skincare routine for you guys. I will go through kind of like how I start my daily care routine and like how it goes through from nighttime to daytime and vice versa. So if it's the evening, I will take my makeup off. I use two products to do that. I use a base of my simple Kind to Skin cleansing facial wipes, just to kind of like cleanse the skin a little bit, take off my foundation and stuff. And then secondly, I will use Bioderma. I will use this predominantly for the eye makeup, my eyebrows, my lips and things like that. This is really amazing, guys. Like, I know if you follow any other kind of beauty bloggers, you'll have seen how like everybody raves about it, but it is amazing. You literally just put some on a cotton pad, hold it over your eye, and you just wipe it and it's gone, and it is incredible. Like, you don't have to rub your eye. What's this bit of hair doing? Sorry. You don't have to kind of like rub your eye or anything like that. It literally, there's no irritation or anything. Obviously, being a water solution, it's really delicate and it's just lovely. And I haven't bothered buying the bigger version just because I like dinky products and I think this is cute. But it's not too expensive. I think it's about £7, which maybe you could say is pricey for a makeup remover, but if you get irritated eyes or anything like that, then this is a brilliant product to use. So once I've taken my makeup off, I've actually started using something new recommended to me by a fellow beauty blogger called Kat from Beauty Junk Me, and it is a My Spa Revitalising Facial Steamer by Homedics, I think, if that's how you say it. So if you guys haven't heard of a facial steamer before, it basically looks like this. This little kind of like pot and this little funnel which you screw onto the top, and you literally just kind of rest your face in here. It comes with kind of like a little measuring pot which has 5, 10 or 15 minutes like written on the side, and you fill the water up in the pot for how long you want to use the steamer for, and then you pour it into this little bit here and just press the on button. It has a minimum and a maximum like steam allowance, so you can have it on like max for like maximum steam, or if you don't want to have like a harsh amount of steam coming out, then put it on like a minimum or in the middle or something, and then just press the on button and steam will kind of like start to raise out of the thing, and it really is amazing. Like, it's really refreshing for your skin. Obviously steam opens your pores, so it means you can get all kind of like the like gunk and horribleness out of your face, and your skin just feels so fresh and lovely, and it's really helped my skin. I can't thank Kat enough. Like, it's brilliant. So I use that kind of like every other night for 15 minutes each time. I've never really used it for less than that. And once I've used that, I'll jump into the shower and use my St. Ives apricot scrub. And I don't put this all over my face. I'm not a fan of facial scrubs because I think they can be quite damaging for your skin. But once I've used this, obviously my pores are open, so I want to get any kind of like blackheads or dirtiness out of my skin. And I just rub it on my nose and my forehead, which is where like I predominantly get kind of like blackheads and like kind of like little spots and things like that. So I use that. And then once I've kind of like done all of that, I move on to like my cleansing, moisturising, things like that. Now, you guys will know if you've been watching my channel for a while that I raved about Clinique. I was suffering still with my skin. I was still having like loads of breakouts, and although Clinique was kind of like helping to control the breakouts in terms of like when I had a big breakout it would help me get rid of them, I was still getting a lot of breakouts. And then one fellow kind of like beauty blogger on Twitter called Zoe from Zoe New Love, she has she's a makeup artist and she also has a blog and I think a YouTube channel, so I'll link both her and Kat's blogs below so you can go and have a look at both of those. But she kind of sent me a really long helpful email about my skin. She's worked for Space NK, so she knows her stuff about good skincare, and was telling me all about how kind of like Clinique isn't great for it's not great for your skin, and it's full of unnatural ingredients that are really quite harsh, and chemicals that are bad for your skin. And she explained to me, like she said, I guess that you're kind of like getting breakouts, it's helping to get rid of them, and it's drying your skin out, like getting rid of the oil, but then you're having a massive breakout. And I was like, yeah, exactly. And she said, well, that's just because it's taking all of the natural goodness out of your skin, and your skin's fighting hard to get it back, which causes you to have a big breakout. So I stopped using Clinique. Eek. She recommended to me a brand called Nude. Now, I don't know if you guys would have heard of this brand. I hadn't heard of them before, but I didn't want to kind of like branch out, and like Nude is an expensive brand, so I've discovered, and I didn't want to branch out and like buy a whole new kind of like skincare range if I didn't know that it was going to work for me. So I bought their little starter kit, which comes with two 15ml cleanser, like a 15ml cleanser and a 15ml moisturiser, and a 10ml oil, and it looks like this. So I'll talk you through. I use, first of all, the Perfect Cleansing Oil. Now, it is what it says on the tin, it's an oil, so you put it onto dry skin, and you can use it to take off your makeup, but I don't like to use it for that. I take my makeup off with my face wipes and my Bioderma, and then once I've done that, when my skin is dry, I'll rub the oil, just 2 pumps onto my hand, rub the oil onto dry skin, and obviously it will take off kind of like any excess mascara that's been left, and you just rub it into your dry skin. Once it's rubbed in, wet your hands in some warm water and just like massage into the skin, and it will create kind of like this creamy, milky consistency on your face. Once you've done that, then just wash it off with warm water. This I'm kind of in love with. It's really lovely. There's no fragrance to it because it's 100% natural. There's no kind of like horribleness in it at all. It's so soft on your skin. It leaves your skin feeling so supple and lovely, and there's no harshness to it at all. Like there's no kind of like frothing or nastiness when you do it. It's just so easy to use, and it's lovely. And then once I have used that, I follow with, if I can get it out of the box, the Radiant Day Moisturiser. Now it says day moisturiser, but I've been using it day and night since I got it. I think this is, again, really lovely. It's not a heavy moisturiser, it's not thick, but it's not runny either. It's just a nice consistency. Just a couple of pumps on your hand, and obviously just rub it in like a normal moisturiser. And I think these two are just lovely. And yeah, so I've been using those two in conjunction with each other. And then lastly, kind of like 3 or 4 times a week, I've been using their Progenius treatment oil. Now, I was dubious, to say the least, about using an oil on an oily face. The two kind of don't really spring out to me that they go hand in hand. So I was a bit kind of like scared, but I will show you. It kind of has a little pump thing at the top, and it comes with kind of like a little, don't know if you can see that, but like the oil just kind of like drips out at the end. And you just need like 2 pumps onto your hand and just dab it. This is like after you've cleansed, before you've moisturised, like dab this onto your skin. And it's just, oh, it's really lovely. I was scared to use an oil. I thought kind of like oil and oil don't mix, but I was really wrong. Like my skin just feels so much, my complexion, like I don't know if other people can see it, but for me personally, like my complexion is so much more even and like nicer. And these 3 in conjunction with another, like my breakouts are like, it's like I'm a different person, honestly. I'm still getting spots, but I'm not getting kind of like spot after spot after spot. Like before it was like I'd have like 10 spots on my face, and then 5 would go and 5 more would come. So I was like never spot free. Now my skin for like the last month has been completely clear, not 1 spot, not 1. Yeah. And then like it's time of the month and I had a few spots, but I haven't even like really needed to use a kind of like spot remover because this just gets rid of them. So like my spots aren't like they haven't gone completely, but this is really helping. So these three I couldn't recommend enough. The starter kit is £38, so it is expensive, but I've been using this for the past month and I've still got loads left, so I will let you know how I get on, and I think I will repurchase these in full size. Next, if I do have a spot that kind of like is like a horrible one that is massive and won't go away no matter what I do, I have been using the Witch Blemish Gel. Now this is good, like it kind of just creates like a film over the spot, and it just kind of like gets rid of excess oils and helps to kind of like clear out the pores in the spot and things like that. And I wouldn't rave about this in terms of be like everybody has to have it, but it is good, and it has been helping to get rid of like kind of like the nasty spots. But I haven't really been reaching for this as much since I've been using nude. So again, this isn't a natural ingredient product, so I'm trying to kind of steer clear of stuff like that. But this does help when I am having a serious breakout. Next is an eye cream. Now I don't know that I can speak for everybody, but I don't think that enough ladies are looking after their eyes, like younger ladies. Your eyes are so important to look after, and an eye cream should be like, well, it is for me, it's the staple in my like beauty regime. Like I have to have an eye cream to look after my eyes, and you want to kind of like prolong the youth in your eyes for as long as possible. So the one I'm using at the moment is one that I've mentioned in a favourites video before, so excuse the packaging, it's on its last legs now, but it's the Antipodes Kiwi Seed Oil Eye Cream. It's a really thick, lovely moisturiser. There's no fragrance to it. Again, it's a natural product. And when you're putting on eye cream, sorry, you should use this finger because it's the least pressure for your eyes, and you don't want to be putting cream under the eye area. You want to be putting it on the cheekbone and just under your eyebrow on the brow bone, and then your eyes will just kind of like suck up the goodness from the eye cream. Again, it's not a cheap product. I think this is around the £25 mark. But I can't recommend this enough. It's lovely, and it really does look after your eyes, and my eyes just feel lovely every time I use it. And lastly, I don't know, this isn't kind of like a staple for everybody that they should have in theirs, but if you do suffer with puffiness of your eyes, with hay fever, if you cry and you get puffy eyes after you've been crying, or itchy eyes from makeup and stuff, then this is the product for you. It is the only Lizelle product that doesn't hate me. It's their Lizelle Eye Bright, and it's basically just a soothing lotion. Again, no fragrance really, because it's just got aloe vera and witch hazel and cornflower in it. And I am the person who, when they cry at a sad film, gets massive puffy eyes the next morning. I am the person who gets hay fever every year really bad, and I do get kind of like irritable eyes from makeup and stuff. So this is by my bedside table all the time. I literally just put a few dabs onto a cotton wool pad and either just hold it over my eyes for a few minutes or just dab underneath the eye area, and it just really helps. Like, it reduces puffiness, it like soothes the eye area with the aloe vera, and it's just lovely. I don't think it's too expensive, maybe £11–12 or something like that, but it's just lovely. And yeah, it definitely does help to kind of like brighten the eye area and make it feel kind of like more refreshed. So that's my daily skincare routine, guys. I hope it helped. If you want to see any other kind of videos, then please comment below and let me know. I have also, if you guys would like to check out, just started doing some videos for a wonderful company called Annabelle's Wigs. They sell kind of like extensions, 3/4 wigs, full wigs, ponytails, kind of like everything that you could think of that you could possibly want in a hairpiece they've got. And I've started doing kind of like how-to videos for them. And so if you'd like to see our first video together, where I show you how you can achieve like really big volume really quickly with one of their 3/4 wigs, then I will link that below so you can go and have a look. They're an awesome company and their wigs are so affordable, so go and have a look and subscribe if you guys want to see kind of like more hair tutorial kind of things. I'll be doing lots of stuff like that over on their blog. And so again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye!